Hey everybody, welcome to volume day number 17. We are at our core and heart rate day. We're adding heart rate training into a core day, so I'm excited about that. We kind of have an extensive equipment list today, but as always, you can pare it down and use what you have on hand, even if it's just a few dumbbells or something else that you're using for weight that you have around the house. I have a pair of 25-pound dumbbells. I have a single 20-pound kettlebell, and I have a weighted ball. The weight of your ball doesn't really matter. And if you don't have a ball or a weighted ball, you can get like a basketball or a playground ball. And I have a resistance band set up at kind of like a mid anchor. So we are going to be utilizing all of those items for our core set today. All right, let's go ahead and gear up at the back of our mat. Hinge over your legs. Just take a nice deep bend and stretch. Bend your knees, kind of let it bob in and out. Slide your shoulder blades down. And then let's go ahead and walk our hands out on the mat and head into a downward facing dog. Big spread open fingertips. Walk your feet out so one heel drops and then the other. Slide your shoulder blades down. Relax your neck, but engage your back and engage your core. Take some deep inhales and exhales. We are going to play around with our volume today with some items being low volume, low reps, and some getting up a little bit higher. All right, bring your right leg forward outside your right hand. Sink down, just get a nice good stretch into your front inner thigh, your back hip flexor. We're going to put our right leg back, but then we're just going to go right back in. So we'll go 5, 4, hinge back, bring it forward, 3, 2, lock into that belly, 1, other side, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, drop your back knee, come into a lower or a shorter lunge, bring your right arm up, hinge over and across, swing that arm down, bring it up again, over and across. One more, swing and lean and stretch. Front leg forward, just hinge over that leg a sec. And then we're going to go to the other side. Left arm comes up, lean, let it swing under, extend across, get that long pull through the knee that's on the ground. All right, hands and knees, we're going to go through some cat-cow. All right, so we are going to be starting off with a man maker, which is a weighted burpee, but it's definitely, I'm very particular with how you get yourself through it. So I'm going to be using my 25s for that. We only have 3 reps. So the idea is that we will plant our weights. If you can, keep your hands around the bell, and you're going to drop into a tricep push-up. You'll push up, jump your legs in, and then we're going to be standing from the bottom. So I'm not going to grab my weights yet. I'm going to show you kind of what I want it to look like, and then we'll all use our weights together. But I'm going to save my energy and strength for the actual weights. So you'll have your weights set up. If you need to plant your hands on the ground, that's totally fine. You'll drop down, and then you'll drop into your full push-up. Core stays strong. If you need to skip the push-up, remember, with everything, just pare back and take whatever level off that you don't want to do. Okay, and then jump in, drop the hips. You're going to curl the weights up inside the legs, and then we're going to press all the way to the top from there. Then we'll drop back down and hit it up again. Okay, so a lot of times the tendency is to jump in, right? So you're here, you jump in, swing the weights, and then set them up. But the really big core work, in my opinion, of that whole move is curling from the bottom and having to drive the whole body up with all that weight from super low on the floor. All right, so here we go. Get everything set how you want it. Lock into the core. Make sure the shoulders play over the wrists. It's definitely kind of intense to start right away with, so make sure your body's ready to go. Jump back, drop in, push up, jump forward, squat, curl, press, drop. And if you are using lighter weights, you can probably go a little bit faster. Get a few more reps. That's fine. One more. Drop, press. Nice job. All right, next up, we're going to do 5 pyramid hinges. If you do not have a kettlebell, just grab a dumbbell. All right, I'm going to start with my right arm, holding the weight, left leg forward, right heel back at an angle. Both legs are strong with the knees not locked out. Start pointing straight ahead, hips, shoulders, and chest. Then you're going to rotate, slide your left arm down your left leg, and then come back to the top. Woo, I think it's been a while since we've done these. Feel a little off kilter, but that's good. It means my core has to work more. Rotation, pack into your back to support the weight. 4, pack. 5. Bring it down. We'll hit the other side. Punch that weight up. Make sure you get everything lined up. Lock into the core. Get your rotation. Pack your back. 1. Lock into that abdomen. Find your obliques. Set it up all the way around. 3, 4, 5. Awesome. All right, we've made it to our 10. We're going to grab the ball. If you don't have a ball, you can just use your own isometric self-flexions. So you bring your legs up, put your right hand on your left knee, and then you're going to do an extension, pull back. So it's all about your push into the knee or ball from your arm and your legs. So we're going to alternate side to side. Push into the knee with the ball, or push your knee into the ball, push your hand into the ball. Drive the low back into the ground. Should definitely force your core to go next level here. Bracing. Extend that opposite arm and leg. Push your low back into the ground by bracing through the core. There's 6. Extend that arm and leg super long. 7. 8. 9. 10. Whew. All right. Definitely take that bud to the next level. Okay, so now we are on our band. If you don't have a band, I'm going to have you just go ahead and you can grab a dumbbell and still use your core for some rotation. So you can do kind of like a wood chop hack this way. So swing and chop. Otherwise, I'm going to go double band. You want to feel that tension. Take a nice solid base of support. Try to get your chest, your nose, and your belly button to line up with those handles. Pull across. Be in control as you rotate back. There's 2. We're going to go to 15. 4. 5. Lock. 6, focus. Remember, where do you want to be working? Where do you want to feel all the work coming from? 10, you are in control of your tension and your rotation and your grab. Hips shift a little. Pull those shoulder blades back and down. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, turn it around. Set it up the other direction. Or switch your wood chop. Core is all about being able to support everything else. It's not just about getting toned abs. It's deep interior, foundational muscles, the glutes, your low back, your obliques, pelvic floor. 8, 9, flex tight into the abdomen. Lift, lift, lift that chest. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay. Next up, we're going to have our 20. Okay, so this is our heart rate push at the end of all of that core block, and then we'll go back through all of that again. We're going to do mountain climbers and jump squats. Okay, 20 of each, but we're going to go for 5 rounds. So set up your plank, shoulders over the wrists. Ready, set, and go. 3, 4, 6. Still focusing on your core. 18, 19, 20. Still grabbing that core. 18, 19, 20. Set 2. 10. 20. Goal is to get that heart rate up. Work on it. Set 3. Keep pushing. We're at our jump squats. Set 4. 20. All right. Keep pushing. It's about keeping the hop, not necessarily a range. 18, 19, 20. Last set. We'll end up at 100 reps. 20. Keep it going, keep it going. 20. All right. Find your heart rate. And then start counting. Time. All right. Double that number by 2. And that's where you got today for your training heart rate for now. We're going to get to do it all over again. Don't worry. Let's see if we can take it up again. Now that we have a full round under us, we should be breathing a little heavier our entire second set. Enter into our heart rate set with just a little more heart rate already. Whew. So maybe we can push it even higher. All right, here we go. Set 2 of 2 sets. This is it, last set. Doing our man maker, lock the core, grab your back. Here we go. Jump in, crouch low, curl, press. There's 1. 2. 3. All right, set up for your pyramid hinge. If you're holding the weight with your left hand, your right leg's forward, lock and load through that core. Feel free to mess around and change up your distance between your feet. That's personal preference, also based on your flexibility. 3, 4, use your whole core system for these. 5. Other side. Punch it up. Flex it in. 2, 3. Stack up those arms. 5. Okay, our 10 is our ball bug. Have to find that spot where the knees pull in. Got that solid flexion. It's a push of war. We're not tugging, but we're pushing. This should completely exhaust the core. 4. Slow it down. Connect. It's about how you're getting it done, not checking it off. Push that low back into the ground. There's 7. And 10. Whee! All right. Whew. Here we go. Back to our rotations. I'm going to start on my second side. 15 reps. Lock here. You should already feel flexion. 1. Through that trunk. 2. 3. Your arms are not doing any work at all. Your hands are holding your straps. But those shoulders are set back and down. And your trunk is what's rotating to pull that band across. 12, 13, 14, 15. Remember, core, bracing all the way around. It's not just tucking or pulling that belly button back. In fact, that's probably the least of your worries. Feel flexion. Focus on your strength. Tuck that tailbone under just a bit. You got it. 12. 14. 15. All right. You know what's coming. It is our cardio round. We may have time for a third weighted set. That would be actually super fantastic. It made me so excited. So, hold out hope for that. Just giving my hamstrings a little second here. All right. 20 mountain climbers, 20 jump squats. You can go whatever pace you want. You can switch when I switch or go on your own count. Finish early, finish late. It's totally, completely up to you. All right. Plant those hands, find your plank. Always keep your core strong. That's the biggest deal. $19, $20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. Whew, 2 left. Keep your hips in line with shoulders, core strong. Oh. We're pushing for uncomfortable. It's not supposed to feel nice. Okay, last set. Drive. Eight, 19, 20. 20. Oh. All right. Find your hurry. Start. Time. Whew. Hopefully you got just a little higher. All right. I think we should hit up that bonus round, that one more round through. We're definitely right at 30 minutes, but hopefully you have a couple extra minutes. We won't worry about our cardio push. We're just going to get that weighted round from the top. We get all our reps. 3 man makers or whatever option you took there. There's one. Sink, curl, press. From the floor with those legs. Use your glutes. Focus the core. 3. Right arm up. That means your right leg is back. Stack it up. Rotate. 2. 3. What's our focus? Keep it in the core. 4. 5. Whew. Crushing, crushing. Get it set. Double check. Flex it in. Come on. Feel how your breath is a huge part of that core activation, along with your mind. All right, ball buck. This is probably the one that gets me the most worked. On the ground, stabilize. Still crushing. So good. All right, find that flexion and tension between your knee and hand. Extend, flex. 4. 2 more each side. Push, push, push. Flex. 10. Oh man. So much heat. Whee. All right. Let's get it going. Finish it up. 1, 2. Check in. Scan that trunk, torso, hips, pelvis. See if you can find compensations. If you can find, I guarantee somewhere, doesn't matter how checked in you are, somewhere there's a little discrepancy. I do it, but you get an A+ if you can find it and fix it. Don't assume you've got it all flexed and going on right. Okay, we're on our second side every time. It's what keeps us from getting bored, complacent. It's checking in mentally, tightening, focusing. Is it your neck? Is it your jaw? Shoulders, back? Are you moving your arms? Did you let your pelvis tip forward? Are your knees locked out? Next thing you know, you've lost count. Then you know you're focused on your work, not on checking it off. 12, let's say, 13, 14, 15. Nice job, friends. Whew. All right. Let's get a stretch. Speaking of water, make sure you're getting enough. Even if you feel like you drink water all day long, double check your quantities still. All right, make sure everything's lined up. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. Push your right knee away from the body. Keep that push as you rotate over to the left. We're going to hang out here. So the absolute bare minimum of water intake per day is half your body weight in ounces. So if you are 150 pounds, your bare minimum of water should be 75 ounces. All right, so on top of that, I forget the equation. I think it's your body weight divided by 30 is what you should also have for, I'd have to double check that. Okay, roll in to add in for sweat loss during exercise. And maybe you say, oh, I don't really sweat much. That's a problem. You should not be okay with that. And it's because you're not very hydrated. I mean, not always. I can't say that with absolute confidence, I guess. All right, rotate down on the other side. All of us should have a really good sweat response. So a few things could be going on. Not enough water. You're not working hard enough. And you actually may be a little bit deficient with some of your minerals like enzymes, magnesium, potassium, and salt. Not as far as sodium in packaged foods, but actual bona fide grade A pure sea salt, table sea salt. Don't go drinking ocean water. All right, grab your core, pull those legs back in. Keep your right knee bent. Grab your left foot, calf, or thigh, and make sure that your pelvis and low back are on the ground. And we're going to enjoy that stretch through the hamstring. Let's focus on our breath. Really work to relax into the stretch. You'll feel, depending on how tight you are and depending on how well you're breathing, you'll feel the legs start to relax and surrender to the stretch. That's what we want. So don't force it past where it can relax. If you pull too hard, it's just going to freak out and tense up because it wants to protect itself. All right, and then release. And we're going to go to the other side. You can start kind of chill and mellow if you'd like. You can kind of bend and straighten, bend and straighten. The one thing that you don't have an option for is to make sure that the low back and pelvis stay neutral and flat on the ground. So we want to keep that hip on the ground also. Sometimes to get range, we feel like we need to lift that hip up. I kind of find if I rotate my hips, so sometimes the right hip wants to rotate up to help get some range, but drive that right hip away from your right shoulder. So it's like pushing toward the bottom right corner of your mat as opposed to your top right corner. Or if you're on the left side, it'd be those left corners. Those mountain climbers got into this hamstring for me. I've been super happy with our heart rate training bursts. After our first session, our first heart rate session that we had for the series, I was a little bit disappointed in myself. Okay, release and come up to seated with how far or how high I got my heart rate for that training round. I think part of it was my legs definitely got exhausted. So learning from that and trying to find avenues that we can get the work done on a mat. So without a treadmill, without a bike, without a rowing machine, still pushing that heart rate, super important. We're definitely going to be getting the jump rope out here soon. If you don't have a jump rope, don't worry about it. You can always pretend. There is definitely something about having to contort that thing around that you have to jump up and over. So it's a great piece of equipment to have. I know some of us have a hard time not peeing our pants, but I would challenge you to keep trying, give it a shot, and it'll actually help strengthen your bladder, strengthen that control, which is something that I think is highly desirable to have good bladder control as we age. All right, let's go into our low squat, our ancestral squat. Give everything one last little relax and stretch, tug, tighten, pull. And then you all can live the rest of your day with a strong, toned, flexed, and braced core. All right. I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks so much.